everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Brooke Keeley and I'm 25 years old from Perth, Western Australia. In today's video I thought that I would show you my everyday makeup look, just what I'd wear to work or to film YouTube videos. I'm actually sitting down at the moment to film a try on haul for another video, which if you haven't checked out, I'll leave the link down below and you should definitely go and check that out. So the first product that I like to use is the Youth Essence Lotion drops that are from The Body Shop. So with these I just like to put on a couple of drops onto my face, and I like to do this before I moisturize. Next I'm going to use the Mecca Cosmetica Hydrating Formula base. I'm going to use this today. If it was a bit cooler or I didn't want the sun protection, I also use the CeraVe Moisturizing Cream. This is the moisturizer I like to put on at night time, and I've also got this in the eye serum moisturizer. And with my moisturizer I just like to put it on by hand, and I like to rub it down to my neck as well. Now next I would normally prime, but I'm actually out of my primer, and if anyone here watches Nikki tutorials you'd know that not to prime is a crime, so I do apologise for that. But if I was priming, the primer that I like to use is the Stila Photo Finish Primer, which is really good and you should definitely check it out. Next I'm going to apply my foundation. So I apply my foundation with a Beauty Dot. Just apologise for the messiness of that. This one is from Morphe and I really like it. Today I'm going to wear the Estee Lauder Double Wear. It's in the shade Ecru. Now this is incredibly full coverage and it is matte, so it does dry down, so make sure you moisturise your face if you do use that, but I really like it. If I wasn't using this and I wanted something a little bit more dewy, I also like the Clinique Beyond Perfecting foundation, and I have that in the colour Linen. For today we're going to use the Double Wear, and again it's in the colour Ecru. So I just apply it to my beauty blender and then essentially I go to town with it. I have a mirror off to the side, so I apologise if I look away sometimes. If I'm being really careful, I try not to go right up to my eye crease, just because it is such a matte foundation, so it does show my creases. And I am going to put on concealer next, but we'll see. I do try to bring it down on my neckline a little bit because admittedly I'm very bad at colour matching my foundation. I have incredibly pale skin, but I tend to run yellow, which is actually very difficult to find foundation that matches pale skin with a yellow undertone. I'd love to know your suggestions in the comments below. So you could definitely stop there, but I'm actually going to apply a little bit more. Again, I am filming another video, well, a try on video after this. This is the first outfit I'm going to be trying on in that, so I want a little bit more full coverage. Okay, so once I'm happy with my base foundation, I then apply my concealer. Now the concealer that I'm currently using is the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in the shade Light 2 Vanilla. I'm not sure if I'd say this is my favourite one. I used the Makeup Revolution one when I was in England and that was really good. But I just like to apply it under my eye, up a bit, and then a little bit of a triangle on my forehead too. Try and cover up those dark circles of mine. Again, if you have any concealer recommendations that are full coverage and will hide those dark circles, please do let me know. And then I'm going to take the same beauty blender again and just tap that in. Next I'm going to apply powder over this to lock it in place and give me a bit more of a shine back because this will dry down matte. So I'm using the Ambient Lighting Powder from Hourglass in the shade Dim Light. This, I swear by, it is expensive though. Also, the brushes I've been using today are all from Morphe. I've just got the bedazzled ones, so. Now normally you'd use a powder brush, but my powder brush needs a very good wash, so I'm just going to use my blush brush. And I just apply that everywhere that I put on foundation. And there we have our base done. So next for me, I move on to a bronzer or contour. I usually use the Too Faced face palette, which has got the 2 dark contours, a highlighter and a lighting powder, but I don't have that on me today, so instead I'm going to go in with a Bare Minerals bronzer. My Bare Minerals bronzer is in the shade Skinny Dip. I've had it for a while, so I don't know if that will still be in stock. And to contour my face, I'm going to use this big fluffy contour brush. I do have the one from Morphe as well, but it's just a bit smaller, so I prefer using the fluffy one. So to contour, I generally follow the 3 rule of up here, cheek, and down on by the jaw. Now I would say that this is a dark bronzer, so if you're after something a bit more lighter, try a different shade. So there we go, got the bronzer on. Next is blush. I don't want a really pinky blush today, but usually I do like the Too Faced brushes. However, today I want to go for a bit of a shimmery one. So I've got the Skin Halo Diamond Dust in Rose Gold from the Mecca Max range. And I'll just show you what this one looks like in, because I really like this colour. So I'm going to take my blush brush, which is the one I actually applied my powder on with earlier, and just apply it to my cheekbones. And usually I do a smile to get it in place. This I really like, so I do recommend trying the Mecca Max Skin Halos. Next, highlight. So I tend to reach for 2 highlighters. I either use the Wet n Wild in Precious Petals, which I got when I was traveling in Taiwan, or I have the Laura Mercier in Addiction. So today I think I'm going to go with the Laura Mercier. The Wet n Wild one is so good, but it's like quite blinding. Let's use the Laura Mercier. My one's cracked, so I'm not going to show you the pan. Again, you should use a highlighter brush, but I actually just put it on my blush brush, because again, remembering this is my everyday makeup. So the only time I don't wear highlighter with everyday makeup is when I'm going to work. I just try not to put it on for work. So next I'm going to do a very simple eye look. When I am going through an everyday look, I just like to do brown natural eyes. If I was going to work, I would either just put the bronzer or blush on my eyes and call it a day. But for today, I'm going to use the Natural Love Too Faced palette. You'll see later on in the video that I have a lot of eyeshadow palettes. So this is what it looks like inside, and you can definitely see the shades that I gravitate towards. Normally I would use my Morphe eye brushes, but I don't actually know where to put them. So instead I'm going to use just some random ones pretty much. So I generally use, if it's just an everyday look, I use 3 different brushes. So alright, so I get the fluffy one first, and I'm going to go in with a transition shade. So there's a shade in here, a pink one called Lace Teddy, so I'm just going to pick that up with my brush. There is fallout, so just be mindful of that. And then I'm just going to apply that in the upper crease. I do have hooded eyes, so I actually like to apply a little bit higher and I drag it out just a bit to open my eyes up a bit. So I'm just going to do it on the other eye. If I was going out and doing like proper makeup, I would use more brushes and lots of colours and take a lot longer. Next, on the same brush, I'm going to just deepen up that crease a bit with the shade down next to called Honey Butter. It's like a light brownie shade. I'm going to start in the middle of my crease for this one, so I'm going to keep it light there. And then we're going to switch the brush up and we're going to get the little eyeshadow packing brush, and I'm going to take the colour Nudie, so it's a darker brown, and I'm just going to apply it to the V part of my outer eye. Next we're going to take the same brush we were using before with the fluffy head and we're going to blend it all together. And then just simply to finish off the look, I'm going to take the little packing brush and I'm going to go into Fairy Tale, which is this gold shimmery colour, and just pack it on the brush. You can wet the brush if you like with some setting spray to make it stick more. So I'm just packing that onto my eyelid. And then I'm just going to drag a little bit of the colour down below on my lower lash. So I'm going to get the medium tone, the Honey Butter. I'm actually going to put it on this brush instead. And I'm just going to add a little bit of colour to my lower eye. If you get any fallout on your face from the glitter, you can just brush it away with a big powder brush. I think that is going to stay a little bit, but that's alright. So there we have like a very simple natural eye, well, natural with glitter eye look. This is just something that I'd go to if I just wanted to go for brunch or just my simple makeup, my everyday go-to. Next I'm going to apply mascara before I do my eyebrows. So my mascara I really like, and it's not like a expensive one. I use the drugstore one. So I use the Rimmel Scandalous Volume on Demand mascara. I really like it. It's not for everyone. I will say that over the course of the day it can transfer to the lower lashes. So just keep that in mind. But I apply probably 3 top coats and then 1 bottom coat. This mascara doesn't clump at all. Like, I recommend giving it a go. I do feel like mascaras are a individual thing, so apply it to the lower lashes a bit. And like, I don't know if you can tell the difference between the eye with mascara to that one, but I swear by this, honestly. You can get it from your local price line and it is so good. Other mascaras that are good too is the Maybelline Paradise one, I think it's called, the gold bottle one. That's good. And the Better Than Sex by Too Faced. Those two I would also recommend. So that's the eyes done. Next is eyebrows. I'm not like a big eyebrow person. I love them on everybody else, but I don't like big eyebrows on me. I think it might be because my natural brows are quite small. So for eyebrows, I just use the little pop from the Body Shop, and I think I have it in the brown kit. So it just looks like that. And then I'm going to use the little brow brush from Morphe with the spoolie on the top. So to do my brows, I like to brush the hairs up first. And then essentially I just fill them in. So I do the darker colour of the two. And I go underneath my brow. My brows need to get threaded, so please ignore that. So really for me, I just like to fill them in a bit. So you can see there's not too much of a difference between a brow that's done and a brow that's not. Remembering, brows are sisters, not twins, so they're never always going to look the same. Lastly, onto the lips. So, my two that I like to reach for are both by Jeffree Star. I've got the one in Celebrity Skin, which is more of a nude colour, and the other one in Androgyny, which is a pinky plummy colour. So for every day, I like to reach for the Celebrity Skin, the nude colour. It does dry down, so it is matte, so if you want to make it a bit glossier afterwards, I either put on just simple pore cream or I just put a lip gloss over the top of it. I'm just going to grab the mirror to help with this one. So we've got some lips on now. And then, because we want the makeup to stay all day, even though the foundation's not going to go everywhere, I set my face. So I use the Urban Decay All Nighter to set my face. And there you have it. This is my everyday makeup look. So that brings us to the end of today's video. I've actually just finished filming my try on haul as well, so that's the dress I have on now, was the last outfit. If you haven't checked that out, I'll leave the link to that video down below. As for all the products that I wore and discussed in today's video, I'll leave them all in the description below. So please don't forget to comment, like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and follow me over on Instagram @BrookeMcQuaid. Thanks for watching this, and I'll see you in the next video.